I didn't realize I was already recording. I also didn't realize that it had to be this way. Baby, it's giving auntie that don't know how to do stuff, don't know what she's doing. Hold on. Here she go. Here she go. Here she go. I don't like it. I don't like it. Why can't I turn it the other way? I don't want that. Okay. Okay. So, for people that's watching this on the playback, because clearly ain't nobody on here right now, I figured I would do a live because I've never done a live because I was like, oh, I don't know if, well, I don't have people that would actually tune in for a live, so really ain't no point in doing a live. But then I learned that doing lives helps your algorithm. It like pushes you up to the algorithm or whatever. So I was like, I mean, I might as well do a live because I don't do no editing, no way. It ain't like I edit my videos like I'm really doing something. So that's that. I'm about to check on here and make sure it sound. Last time I recorded through the thing. Edit my videos like I'm really doing something. Okay. That's that. Okay, you can hear me. Cool. So today we are here to talk about love after lockup, life after lockup, whatever have you call these people's things. Let me get my drink. I feel like my mouth already dry. Ooh, somebody on here for real? Is it a real person or a bot? It's a real person. Hi, Flame Gaming. Did you leave? Wait, hey, a real bot. Okay, I'll take it. So we are here to talk about love after lockup, life after lockup. I'm doing good. This is my first live. I was gonna see if anybody. I hear they push you up in the algorithm when you do a live. So I said, well, let's do this because I need some more followers. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers by Christmas. That's all I want for Christmas. Yeah, well, that ain't all I want, but that's something I want for Christmas is 500 subscribers. So make sure you like the video, comment and everything. Make sure you sharing it with everybody, and we're gonna get into this life after lockup review. Oh, I hear that you'll have 2K by Christmas. Say that. I receive it. I receive it. Okay. So thank you. These are like my signature glasses. I just cannot part with them. I will go and get a new pair of glasses and give them these and be like, hey, I need y'all to put my new prescription in these. I can't part with them. I have other pair, but I can't part with them. So thank you. Life after lockup, love after lockup, season 5, episode 44, red flags and white lies. We're gonna start with Kim and Joey. Kim ain't got no other friends than the cousin that she took Joey from. It's truly upsetting to see that she only takes out Tatum, the cousin that she literally took Joey from in high school and was cheating behind the girl back when he was her first. This is the only person she ever take out and talk about this wedding with. I'm like, this is a hot mess. She's going to try on dresses. She's trying on these dresses, and the cousin is just like, okay, girl, you ready to get married? You get married again? She says, third time's the charm. Kim says, or 3 strikes and you're out. Either way, I'm done. I said, Lord Jesus, it's giving terrible. Mind you, she is still married to the last husband. She's not even divorced yet. She's talking about how her first divorce was so much easier than this one. She just went and signed some papers and it was done. And I'm like, girl, it's kids involved this go round. It's kids involved. Y'all was together for a longer time, probably had actual jobs, probably wasn't doing too much or nothing first go round. So there's more at stake. So yeah, it's gonna take a bit more, ma'am. So her and the cousin, it blew me that the cousin apologized to her. She apologized to the cousin for whatever it was that she put her through, and the cousin apologized to her for Joey upsetting her. Excuse me, child, it was a hot mess to me. So she ends up talking about how the oldest kid might be Joey's and he made her get a DNA test and now they're just waiting on the DNA test. I thought she was about to say like, oh girl, I ain't turning that DNA test in, but she's just saying, okay, we gonna get this DNA test and we are waiting on the results. I was just like, Lord, Kim and Joey, they exhaust him. Next, let's go ahead and get Bianca and Daniel out the way. Hey, people that just came in. Bianca is mad because he has not given her a ring yet. She is just like, Daniel, I'm just kind of really upset. I just thought I'd have a ring by now. He's like, I just got out like 2 days ago. Give me some time. She's just like, yeah, but I just really feel like I should have a ring by now because we were about to get married in jail. You would have gotten me a ring somehow. He's like, look at how you acting now, girl. I probably don't want to be with you, let alone marry you. She's like, see, this is what I'm talking about, Daniel, because when I first tried to get you to be my slave and you wouldn't pour my coffee, you kind of proven to me that you're not worth my time and my money, Daniel. And he's just like, listen, I ain't got time for that. She's like, yeah, but you're really on a power trip. He's like, I was on a power trip. I said, he was on a power trip when you're the one that's beefing and making a big deal out of him pouring you coffee after he made the whole breakfast. She is exhausting. I can't stand her. She calls her best friends to come out there and come visit and I guess be some type of mediator. Sure. Justine and Michael, y'all. They last episode, remember they talked to the kids, the oldest children, because Justine's pregnancy is high risk and it is, just the responsible thing is to tie up any loose ends and make some plans in case something bad happens, right? So her idea is that her oldest daughter will take her oldest sons because Michael doesn't understand her oldest son. He's autistic, he's on the spectrum, so she doesn't trust that he knows how to deal with it. And we already saw that because Michael is over here punching holes in the wall. So I mean, hey. So both of their kids, he talking to his oldest daughter, she talking to her oldest daughter. They both basically told them that they is irresponsible. Why would y'all go and get pregnant again so soon after the last baby if y'all knew the last time it was a risk? I said, not the kids having more sense than the parents. So this episode, we see them going to talk to a lawyer because she has to get this stuff in writing. She mentions, to the lawyer that if anything were to happen, she's at this high risk pregnancy and everything, and she would be accepting of the blood transfusion and things like that. But if it ever comes to a point where she is in a vegetative state, there's no quality of life, go ahead and let me go. And if this were to happen, she would want her oldest daughter to take her oldest boys, and then they would co-parent the two youngest children. Michael, this is his first time hearing this, so okay, have your feelings. He gets up and he storms out. I just need a minute. I'm like, boy, you is a grown man. I just really want for him to do better. You need to really control your emotions better. You got too many children looking at you to be some type of role model, some type of voice of reason for this to be the way that you react. So Michael definitely has to grow up, and I see why she would not want him keeping her oldest children. Like I said, he storms out. She's like, okay, he's out of there. So let's just have this conversation. The lawyer kind of agrees with Michael in a sense that it wouldn't be fair to take the kids away from the household that they already know and all those things. So there's a thing where they can do co-guardianship where her oldest daughter would still have like rights to the boy and they could literally co-guardianship him and she'd be able to speak for him at the doctors and everything, still be able to be a parent, but it doesn't have to rely solely on her. So she's like, okay, that's something to consider about that option. Who we got next? Let's do Teeny and Rob next. Teeny and Rob, they wake up, they both in the bed. She is talking to him. She's like, he's getting ready for work while she's just laying there doing nothing. I'm like, you should be getting up and going to work too, Teeny. Like, the kids in there, they big enough to get their own cereal and Go-Gurts and play video games for the summer. Like, girl, go to work. So he's getting ready to go to work. He asks her, hey, you coming to lunch today? And she's like, don't I always come to lunch? And he's just like, okay, just making sure, since you got her scrapping with my mom and all, I just want to make sure we all good. I'm like, I know, Rob, that was crazy. So Rob's jobs is that he inspects trucks. And like I said, the stay-at-home mom, Teeny, is spending up all the money. He wants to go to trucking school so that he can make some more money. But with that, he's gonna need money for the classes. It'll be like $5,000 to $6,000. So absolutely, she's gonna have to get up off her butt and go get a job. They talk about the check and how everybody know when he get paid, they got access to the bank accounts. They know when the money coming, how much coming, and all that. I said that's kind of problematic for me. That's the kids being too much in the business for me, honey. Okay, so he tells her, she comes to lunch or whatever. They sit in the back of the truck and they have their lunch. She made some little homemade lunch, whatever. They're sitting there eating it. And he lets her know he wants to go to trucking school and she has to get a job. She's just all like, at first she's like, I don't know. I don't know. I've just been, I like the life I live. I've been living soft life. I ain't been having to work and you've been taking care of stuff. And I don't really want to shake that up. But I mean, I guess since you ain't getting the money off fast. Is it still going? I don't know how to make it go back. Okay, there we go. My mama called. I gotta tell her, I'm messing up myself. I'm on live. It's still rolling, yes. Okay, I have to see how that works. 12 minutes. I have to look at that. So she eventually is like, okay, I can get a job. I'll just have to brush up my resume and I should have a job in like 2 weeks. I said, now how long has been since you've been working, baby? Because 2 weeks, what you doing? Are you going down to the temp agency? Because if you're going down to the temp agency to get a little clerical job real quick, yeah, you might have something in 2 weeks. But I was like, 2 weeks? Okay. Um, she tells him that they got the season passes. She was like, well, yeah, I want to tell you that when we went to the water park the other day, I got the season passes. It was $250 for season passes for a family of four, and that's perfect for us. We're a family of four, and we can spend time together now that you're out of jail. It's the summertime season passes, yay! He's like, girl, I thought we agreed that anything over $100 you had to get approved. And she's just like, listen, we needed this for the family. It's the summertime. We would have spent more money going to the arcade multiple times and all that. So we might as well have gotten the season passes. He like, girl, you need to get a job. I told you 2 weeks. She's like, we just talked about this today, the 2 weeks. So my 2 weeks is still 2 weeks. And she's like, and while I'm looking for a job, you look for a tattoo artist to cover up that old ugly tattoo. Yeah, I know, I've got that tattoo of his ex on his arm. So next we're gonna talk about Brittany and Keyrock. They fed up with the government housing and they're moving into their friend Coffee's house. They said that the government housing, it just felt like, a crack motel, which it probably was. She said that, at the vending machine or whatever, she saw a crackhead ask a kid for some money and they can't have no company. They got a curfew. It's just too much. They don't want to deal with it. So they're gonna go stay with Keyrock's, was it like his prison mom? I feel like it was like his prison mom, Coffee. Coffee don't mind them being there, but her spot is little and she got knickknacks everywhere. So they is like cramped up in that little bitty spot. So Brittany and Keyrock go out to eat to discuss everything. She lets him know that she thinks that he should go ahead and go to Texas because he has a job secured there and they need money. They got the rent that's in Texas. They got paying Coffee rent out here. He was like, you be getting your nails done like every week. That's like $500. I said, excuse me? She be getting her nails done every week $500 a month on some nails, girl. I said, all right then. So basically, he been going through his savings to keep them afloat since they haven't moved yet, and he's almost out of money. So he said he still ain't going out there without her. But she's like, we almost out of money. Go out there, make the money, send something back. He like, nah, we should just get married because they said you gotta live with a family member. So if you married, they can't deny you from living with me. And I'm like, that sounds cute in theory. That sounds cute in theory. Am I doing the right episode? Because later on we see her talking to her friend. I don't know. We're just gonna go into that. It might be the next episode that I watch. I don't think I watched the next episode yet. She goes dress shopping with her friend. The friend is very much like, you getting married? What? When this happened? Did Key Rock make you do this? The friend is like, Key Rock is controlling and he's forcing you to do everything. And I'm like, a little bit, but she want this too. And be quite honest, it's probably the best family she gonna get support unit around her. So she needs the guidance. Kira can't be so controlling, but she needs the guidance. The friend is basically just trying to talk her out of it. Have you really thought about this? Are you really about to get married? You said you want a big wedding with this, that, and the third. You just gonna settle for some elopement. And what if that hurts you in the parole thing and they don't let you do it because of that? And she's ends up convincing her to call her parole officer to ask them, hey, I'm gonna get married to my partner so that, I could probably try to better my chances of getting approved for parole in Texas. He was like, I'm gonna just let you know that in Texas they are really big on, trying to defraud them. And if you getting married just to say that you married, just trying to fraud them. Da, da, da. She was like, okay, that's good to know. I'm not trying to fraud them, so thank you. And he's like, listen, it's not my recommendation that you go and get married. And I'm like, I don't necessarily see how it would hurt her to get married because that's her actual partner. Like, that's the person that she's been living with since she got out. She been living with his family before he got out of jail. So that's her family. She wouldn't be defrauding nobody. She should be able to marry whoever she want to marry. I feel like, in what way would it really hurt the system if you can literally check and see that, oh yeah, they together, they ain't been in no trouble. He off parole now, so it ain't like we got those stipulations on it. Go ahead, run it. But she's now gonna be worried because the parole officer, well, I don't even think she worried because we saw previews of her in that dress and them getting married. So I guess they're gonna get married. It is what it is. Lastly, we have Melissa and Louie. It's her dad's birthday. They're all out to eat. Her sister, the dad, and Louie. The sister's leaving. She walks her out. So this is the time where excuse me, where Louie asks Melissa's dad for her hand in marriage, asks for his blessing. He's with it. He was like, you've been good since you got out. You've exceeded expectations, and I'd be happy for you to, take care of my daughter type deal. And so that was a cute little moment because they gave Louis hell. Y'all remember that barbecue? Y'all remember that barbecue where Louis met all of the family and they were just on Louis's head and they ended up calling Donna and Donna was about to cuss them folks out through the phone. I miss Donna. They need to take a trip to go see Donna. Louis mama don't play that. So yeah, that happens. Next, we see Melissa about to get in the tub, and she's sitting there looking mad. She mad in the mug, y'all, because she's looking at Instagram, and she see Louis doing his little fitness video. Yeah, if you want to get ripped like this, call me. I'm Louis. I'll get you ripped. Get my jailhouse fitness workout, and you can get cut like this, too. And she's mad because she feels like he does these things to try to get women. So when he gets home, he's thinking that the bathtub is for both of them. He gets to taking off his shirt. He's like, oh, that's nice. That's a good surprise. She's like, no, this is my bath, not yours. I'm mad at you. His little shirt melt down on his body so sad. I was cracking up. I was like, poor Louis. He thought he had a moment. Melissa Mean Self is fussing about, oh, what are these videos? You're trying to get girls. You're always trying to get girls. You're always on the phone with these clients, and I just don't understand why they have 100% access to you. Ring, 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 ring. Hold on, babe. This is a client. I have to go get this. I said that was a petty scene. That scene cracked me up. So she's really mad now. Then she's also, you work too much in general. You ain't got no time for me. What's up with that? And you got pizza again? I don't want no pizza. We eat pizza every night. We work 6 jobs between the two of us. I don't want to eat pizza for dinner. Can we eat something fancy? He's like, we eat other stuff when we go out. She was like, yeah, and how often do we go out? And I'm like, he getting that pizza because it's probably free. But boy, get her something else sometimes. She probably wants some pasta. She probably wants some burgers. Get some, vary it up. Vary it up. Do y'all got other stuff at the pizza shop? Y'all ain't got nothing else at the pizza shop? You can vary it up. Vary it up. So she's mad. Like she said, they work 6 jobs in between the two of them. I said, 6 jobs in between the two of y'all? What is happening? Then I remember Melissa got their nose job, so they paying off their nose job. And Melissa got Louis them new teeth, and she didn't want him to have dentures because she didn't want to roll over him in the morning and he's taking his dentures out. So she got him the implants, the expensive stuff. So they playing off nose and teeth, and he just went and bought a $20,000 ring when that could have been used to pay off his teeth. All right, y'all, but that's them. That's them, and that's what he want to do because she says she deserves a 3-carat ring. And I ain't gonna hold you. You know, I think the size of 3 carats is a nice size on the finger. I've seen smaller rings and they be, whatever, but girl, $20,000, $20,000. Well, 1850 or whatever it was. But yeah, y'all, that is this review. I've seen it's been some in and outs, couple of likes from the live. I can dig it. Make sure if you are in here, you like the video. Replay gang, like the video. It's gonna be saved once I finish this. And then I'm about to do a live in like 15-20 minutes to do Sisters. Yeah, to do the last episode of Sisters. So like the video, comment, tell me what you thought about this episode and if I got things mixed up, what's going on with that. And share the video, subscribe to the channel if you just hopped on in from the live or you found this on your algorithm because of the live. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to at least 500. They said in the chat, manifest your 2K. You get your 2K by Christmas. So I'm trying to get these subscribers up by Christmas, y'all. Help your girl out. But until the next time in like 20 minutes, y'all. Bye.